The Black Mamba story. From growing up in Italy to becoming a 5-time champion, Kobe's one of the most legendary basketball players to ever grace the NBA stage. To him, basketball was more than a game. It's a sport that can be studied and mastered. This is a story of a man who was a devoted father, a cherished friend, fierce competitor, and one of the greatest to ever play the game. But do you know when he became the Black Mamba? Well, we're gonna tell you everything you need to know about the origin of the Black Mamba. Kobe Bryant was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania on August 23, 1978, to parents Pamela and Joe Bryant. Kobe's father was a former NBA player who had played for the Philadelphia 76ers, the then San Diego Clippers, and the Houston Rockets. He had a respectable game, averaging 8.7 points, 4.0 rebounds, and 1.7 assists per game throughout his 8-year NBA career. His father taught him to play basketball at a young age. At only 3 years old, he started playing basketball, and since then, Kobe was a Laker fan. After his father's 8-year career in the NBA, Kobe's family had to move to Reggio Emilia, Italy, where his father played professional basketball for an Italian club for 6 years. During their 6-year stay, the Bryants immersed themselves in the culture and Kobe learned to speak Italian fluently. While in Italy, his grandfather would send him videos of American basketball games, which he would watch over and over. That developed not only his love for the game, but also his talents and basketball knowledge as he watched stars like Atlanta Hawks John Battle and Los Angeles Lakers Magic Johnson. Aside from basketball, Kobe also played soccer, and although he wasn't the best at it, it did help him practice his footwork, which would translate on the court when he returned back to the States. In the summer of 1991, his family returned to America, and Kobe went to Philadelphia's Sunny Hill Future League and played against some of the most talented young players in the country. Kobe ended up not scoring a single point, not a single jumper, layup, or free throw. Nothing. He spent the entire summer frustrated, wondering if basketball was really for him. It appeared to be soccer or bust for Bryant until he learned the story of Michael Jordan getting cut from his high school basketball team. When Kobe learned about MJ's story, he decided to take on his challenge as MJ did. He would channel failure as fuel to keep his competitive fire burning. Kobe became obsessed with becoming a better player. He practiced so many times for so many hours, and the next thing you know, he's dominating high school. Kobe played basketball at Lower Merion High School from 1992 to 1996. He achieved many awards for his outstanding performance at Lower Merion. In his senior year, he led his team to a state championship and was named the Naismith High School Player of the Year. Kobe was highly recruited by the greatest collegiate basketball programs in the country. However, with the recent success of Kevin Garnett entering the league right out of high school and Kobe's desire to play in the NBA, he opted to skip college and declare for the 1996 NBA Draft. The 1996 NBA Draft class was stacked. It's among the greatest ranking draft classes in NBA history. Of course, people also recall the 2003 class and the 1984 class. However, the 1996 NBA Draft class also had a great number of players that shaped the league we know and love today. This draft class included Kobe alongside Allen Iverson, Ray Allen, and Steve Nash. Other significant names in this class include Marcus Camby, Stephon Marbury, Shareef Abdur-Rahim, Antoine Walker, Kerry Kittles, Peja Stojaković, and Derek Fisher. Moving on to the 1996 NBA pre-draft workouts, Kobe's workouts with the Los Angeles Lakers were legendary. Laker GM at that time, Jerry West, had Bryant work out alongside another draftee, Dante Jones, who had just led Mississippi State to the Final Four. They competed in multiple one-on-one games, and despite Bryant crushing Jones, Jerry West needed to see more. So the Lakers chose to put Kobe up against Michael Cooper, a former Laker from the Showtime era, and a former NBA Defensive Player of the Year. After just 25 minutes, West declared that Kobe was better than anyone on the Lakers roster. Clearly, West wanted Kobe. So he worked out a trade with the Hornets to send Vlade Divac to them, and instructed them to select Kobe at 13 in the 96 draft. The Hornets selected Kobe Bryant, who would never play a minute there. Right after the draft, the Hornets told Kobe that they had no use for him, so they were going to trade him to the Lakers. Big mistake. huge. That moment angered Kobe, but that rejection he felt has motivated him every day. It's a moment the Black Mamba will never forget. Not in his rookie year, not in the next decade, and certainly not in his final game. Kobe came as an 18-year-old rookie for the Los Angeles Lakers with his Mamba mentality and fearless attitude. When former Lakers coach Del Harris asked everybody to introduce themselves during their meeting, this is what Kobe said. "Yo, I'm Kobe Bryant. I'm from Pennsylvania, went to Lower Merion High School, dominated everything. I just want y'all to know, nobody's gonna punk me. I'm not going to let anybody in the NBA punk me, so be warned." Kobe Bryant introducing himself to his Lakers teammates from Jeff Pearlman's book, Three Ring Circus: Kobe, Shaq, Phil, and the Crazy Years of the Lakers Dynasty. Bryant took advantage of the opportunity to show everyone he wasn't your ordinary NBA rookie. However, his introduction certainly didn't go over well with his Lakers teammates, especially the veterans. On the Sunday of November 3rd, 1996, Bryant's highly anticipated NBA debut is measured in minutes, 6 minutes and 22 seconds to be exact. Kobe went scoreless on only one field goal attempt after not playing in Los Angeles' opener 2 days earlier. On his second possession, he had his first official record stat, a turnover for traveling. Kobe only averaged 7.6 points, 1.9 rebounds, and 1.3 assists per game in 15 minutes of playing time in his rookie season. He didn't get enough minutes because he was playing behind all-star guards Nick Van Exel and Eddie Jones. But from that point on, he kept working harder to prove his worth. In his second year, Kobe was ready. The Lakers won 61 games that year, finished first in the Western Conference, and Kobe improved in every key statistical category, including points with 15.4 per game, rebounding with 3.1 per game, and assists with 2.5 per game. The Lakers advanced to the Western Conference Finals, but the Utah Jazz defeated them for the second year in a row. Despite the defeat, the league knew that Shaq, Kobe, and the rest of the Lakers would be a force to be reckoned with for the coming years. During the 1998 to 1999 season, the Lakers traded Nick Van Exel and Eddie Jones to put Kobe into a leadership role. Kobe averaged 19.9 points, 5.3 rebounds, and 3.8 assists per game that season. The Kobe-Shaq duo shined during that year, but the results were the same. The Lakers lost again as the eventual champions, the San Antonio Spurs, swept them in their Western Conference Finals matchup. In the 1999 to 2000 season, Phil Jackson became the new head coach for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers won 67 games to finish with the league's best record, and they advanced to the playoffs with Kobe averaging over 22 points per game on nearly 50% field goal shooting. The Lakers faced the Sacramento Kings in the first round, then defeated the Phoenix Suns 4-1 in the second round. In the conference finals, the Lakers faced the Portland Trail Blazers, led by Rasheed Wallace, Damon Stoudemire, and Scottie Pippen. It's still unbelievable how the Lakers won that series. Imagine it's the fourth quarter of Game 7, and your opponent is leading by 15 points. Thanks to the Kobe-Shaq duo, the Lakers ended up coming back and producing one of the most iconic plays in basketball history. A late-game alley-oop from Kobe to Shaq, which secured Kobe's first trip to the NBA Finals. In the finals, the Lakers were too much for the Pacers. After just 4 years, Kobe won his first NBA championship. That dominance Kobe and Shaq displayed would continue for 2 more years and give the Lakers 2 more championships, completing the three-peat. The following years after the three-peat were rough for Kobe, as he dealt with sexual charges from a 19-year-old woman in Colorado. Kobe admitted having sexual contact, but he insisted that it was consensual. Bryant's reputation was severely damaged, and his home life was deteriorating quickly as well. It was a difficult time for Kobe and his family. Kobe was distracted at times that season because of the things off the court, but that changed during one game. On March 15, 2004, T-Mac was owning Kobe in the first half of a Lakers Magic matchup. Kobe knew he was getting killed and got down on himself, but everything changed at halftime. Kobe said, "You may lose your family, your freedom, but I'll be damned if I lose basketball, because this shit I can control." After the halftime break, Kobe shot lights out, finishing with 37 points and winning the game. That was the birth of the Black Mamba. In his auto-documentary, Muse, he said that Kobe was in charge of dealing with all of his personal difficulties, while the Black Mamba was in charge of handling the business on the court. And the Black Mamba definitely handled it. Kobe would eventually get his sexual assault case settled, as his accuser refused to appear in court. Therefore, Kobe's charges were dismissed. In addition, Kobe publicly apologized to the accuser, his family, and the public. After that, a confidential out-of-court settlement was negotiated. Despite the off-court struggles, Kobe still performed well on the court. But even if Kobe was playing well, the following seasons for the Lakers were still full of failures. The Pistons defeated them in the finals, Phil Jackson left, and Shaq was traded to the Miami Heat. When Shaq left, everybody said, Kobe can't win without Shaq. So Kobe needed to find a way to silence his critics. Shaq leaving the Lakers was a blessing in disguise for Kobe, as it enabled him to grow individually. It enabled Kobe to deliver some of the greatest individual performances in the history of the NBA, including the 81-point game against the Toronto Raptors, the 62 points in 3 quarters where he outscored the Mavs, the 65-point game against the Blazers, and many more. Kobe totaled 122 40-point games, 22 50-point games, 6 60-point games, and countless game-winning shots. Kobe definitely didn't sit back and let people say he was nothing without Shaq. Kobe cemented his legacy and proved the world wrong about not being able to win without Shaq when he snagged 2 more championships in 2009 against the Magic and in 2010 against the Celtics. After their 5th title under Kobe, the Lakers were never the same, but that didn't stop Kobe from playing tremendous basketball, even though he would never reach the finals again. Kobe Bryant announced his plans to retire at the end of the 2015-2016 season. His last game was against the Jazz, where he scored 60 points and put an exclamation point on his storied career. In 20 years with the Lakers, Kobe scored 33,643 points. He was an 18-time All-Star, a 4-time All-Star Game MVP, a 15-time All-NBA selection, a 12-time All-Defensive selection, a 2-time NBA Finals MVP, a 2-time scoring champ, the 2008 NBA MVP, and a 5-time NBA champion. His basketball IQ was out of this world. His work ethic was unparalleled and beyond reproach. He was the epitome of greatness, and one of the best players who have ever played the game. Mamba out.